Welcome to our full moon ritual in the sign of Libra. Now, this ritual today, we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to utilize a piece of paper because we're going to write a note, and we're going to utilize some herbs. What do you have in your cabinets? Do you have basil that is good for love and protection? Do you have chicory root that is good for removing obstacles? Do you have bergamot, which is good for success? If you have a Libra theme scenario in your life and you coincidentally have these herbs, this would be a beautiful blend to fold into your letter. So later on, when you burn it, you're also burning the properties with those herbs to help increase the vibration of what you're trying to manifest. This is another layer of correspondences. So what do you have in your seasoning cabinets? What do you have left over herbs from some other fun endeavor that you did? And what about your teas? Like, I'm pretty confident you have something in your home or space. And if you don't and you need to replenish, I have a beautiful selection of herbs, spices, and all of the things to help touch base and give you what you're looking for, if you would. But follow your heart. What I'm utilizing for my Libra full moon intentions is I'm going to use some rose petals for love. I'm going to use Mugwort for protection. I am going to use Yarrow for boundaries. And I'm also going to use Oat Straw to help calm down the nervous system. This is a good herb just to help in general. But anyways, so my intention for this Libra full moon is to release a relationship that has been really a good teacher. It really has. And this isn't a bad release. It's just I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to have a new beginning. I'm ready to have a different storyline, because the storyline that we have going on is not conducive for what I actually want to continue in life. Whenever I get undermined or dismissed on my needs and things like that, like, I'm not entertaining things like that no more. If I come to you and I feel a certain way after our encounter, I am really paying attention to that. I've learned with astrology, for instance, this full moon is happening in my 7th house of relationships. And technically, and it's going to show up too, there's different themes of it, okay? There's so many ways of looking at it. But I also pay attention to human design, and I am an emotional responder in human design. And that basically is a trigger for me. My emotions tell me how I truly feel. My logical side could justify all the things, the 3D constraints that we have, that, this is how it's supposed to be. But my emotions, those are my experiences. It's not, I don't feel good at the end of the night with my head on that pillow. And that's not fair to me. How come it's okay for you to do all the things, but at the end of the night, I'm supposed to feel a certain way to keep you happy? That's not healthy. That's not healthy for both of us, regardless of the power dynamic. So this is how I'm releasing with the full moon. But then also, it could also look like I need to listen to somebody in another relationship that's going to come up. There's different themes, and throw it out there again. The other person's chart, it's in their 7th house too. So the point is we could go ahead and get so hyper focused on a pinpoint, but it's not just one point. There's many ways of looking at it. This experience I'm telling you about, the illumination in the 7th house, it's been happening for over 20 years. So now, other things are coming up. So focus on one thing that you are wanting to release, or be illuminated. Where is Libra in your natal chart? Where's 13 degrees of Libra in your natal chart? So yeah, let's take it from there. The stones I'm going to use is Rose Quartz and Lepidolite. Rose Quartz because of the heart chakra, heart opening, helps heal. Lepidolite because of the nervous system, the anxiety, the anxiousness. Because if, and everyone has a different flavor, if you would. Like, I need emotional security. If I'm not secure, if you would, in my thoughts and my emotions and my feelings, I'm a hot mess. I'm all over the place. It's hard to stay grounded. Like, what is that? It's, my foundation is crumbling. I can't just be okay. And generally it's a mental thing, emotional thing, perspective thing. Just there's so many different layers to one situation that you can't, in my opinion, you can't just pinpoint that's it. There's so many different. Anyways, the plethora. So how do you want to play with your plethora? Yeah. How do you want to play with it? So I am going to light a candle because this is how I'm going to light my charcoal. To burn some sage to clear the space. So let's take a couple of minutes and just kind of sit within ourselves to connect, to ground. And I want you to put your hands together in prayer position in Gasho. And I want you to imagine yourself just getting planted into the earth, into the dirt, a new beginning, a new connection, a new stability, just all a new way of feeling comfortable, protected, grounded, stable. And when you feel your being like actually anchoring to the earth, like you feel those roots still breaking through the ground, the minerals, the dirt, the rocks, the stones, going through the different crevices of the earth until it hits the center of the earth, and you just wrap your roots around the core, and you feel this instant just calmness, this hug, where you're safe, where you're free, where you're secure. And just enjoy this moment of being connected to the earth. This is where you could give all your sadnesses, your energy, your anxieties, your lower vibrations, and just pour it down to the earth. The earth is here to help us transmit and transmute all lower vibrations. The earth loves to recycle from a lower expression to a higher expression. So what lower expressions do you have that you would like to have adjusted into a higher perception, expression? And now I want you to imagine yourself in this beautiful bubble, this pink and blue, vibrant, light bubble. And I want you to notice Is there any dark spots on this bubble? Is there any strings that are attached to this bubble? And just sense it. You could sense it with your eyes within. If you take your eyes and you turn them around and you look, not necessarily just within, but also without. Or if you take your hands and you go around your aura space, do you feel any pricklies? Do you feel a different temperature? Do you feel a different sensation in your stomach whenever you go over a spot? Does a person's name or a situation come up whenever you touch that one particular spot? These are all different ways of exploring your senses. And what you're doing in this current meditation is you are seeing if there is any relationships or Libra themes that are in your space, in your aura, that is not for your bestest and highest. So as we're grounded with Mother Earth and you're in this bubble, and we're in different meditations, so you could picture the one meditation with you grounded and then another one with you in the bubble, or you could do the meditation with you grounded and then everything together, however it is for you, okay? And if you have anything on your aura that is not something that you want to move forward with, gently just brush it down and send it through those roots into Mother Earth. And if there's a thought or an expression that comes to you as you're going through your light body, your aura, and it's not something that you want to continue, like say you feel sadness, well, what's the opposite of sadness? Let's replace that sadness with joy. If we're working with duality and the separate happy and sad, what is the higher octave of sad? So this is what you want to replace it with. When you remove something from the universe, like if you clear off your table, the universe is going to be like, hey, that's a clean table. So what do you want to put on that table to call in what you want to experience? And continue doing your aura even down to your feet, and you could do it physically where you're, putting your hands underneath your feet and doing it that way. You could even do it in your vision, in your third eye, and your other ways of tapping into that expression. And just pay attention. Is it kind of hard and calcified down by your feet? Do you need to chisel it off a little bit, And then as you chisel it off and you notice more calcium breaking down, allow the earth to absorb that. That's good nutrients for the earth. Those are good expressions. Those are good lessons for the collective to work through. Because you're not the only one that has these experiences, maybe with a different flavor, but the theme is the same. So whenever we give Mother Earth these lower expressions that we want to transmit and transmute with, we actually are working with the collective too, and on their themes to help them get into a higher vibration. It just shows up differently. So when you're doing this work for you, you're not just doing it for you, you're actually doing it for your family, for your lineage, for the collective, for your tribe. And I want to take a moment and thank you for taking this time to help uplift the world's vibration. And now, after you're done scanning your aura, is there anything else, any other debris that you feel? And if you do, that's fine. We're going to be calling in a beautiful higher vibrational light, diamond light from above to help shimmer onto our aura, to help give us a protective layer as we are working through these relationships or situations that are hard on our heart, on our experiences, and be able to move with effortless ease and grace. And while we're in this space, I am going to put some, can't say the word now, argamani on my charcoal here, if you're interested on how it's spelled. This helps cut cords. I don't traditionally cut cords, but what I do is I narrow them down. You know, whenever a pipe is clogged, I kind of clog it when not much could get through. But I want to utilize this particular herb in the correspondences that we're working with, because if there's any energies that are not for our bestest and highest, I don't want to continue mingling with them, working with them, exploring with them. If you want to work with these plant medicine vibrations, just allow yourself and say, I will like to receive. And if you want to utilize your own, by all means. This is a protective space, but I always encourage you to protect yours too. There's nothing wrong with having lots of protection. So this right now is some white sage. And then I have a special blend that I made, and I like using it every once in a while. I think one year we will make some incense together, and I think every month we should put something set aside for our beautiful blend. What do you think? So as you're in this beautiful space where you're grounded and you have your aura, is there anything else that needs to be scraped? You got the diamond light helping you transmit and transmute anything that no longer serves you. Is there anything else? And you could always ask your guides, your team to help assist, clear your space, your energy, your field. And repeat after me if you are called to. I call all my energy back into present time, and I send everyone else's energy back to them in original form. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I call all my energy back into present time, and I send everyone else's energy back to them in original form. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I call all my energy back into present time, and I send everyone else's energy back to them in original form. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if someone sends you love, you just send them back some love. If someone sent you sad face, there's no judgment. That's the thing. You are seeing you. You are separating your energy from everyone else. So now your bubble should just be you. Gleaming, glistering, so vibrant and exuding with confidence within yourself, whatever that might look like. And if you feel called to receive some of this agrimony herb to help you keep those unhealthy connections away, you could say, I am willing to receive this beautiful opportunity to to not allow things that are not for my bestest and highest to attach to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now in this space, get your piece of paper, and if you need to pause the video to gather your paper and just, you know, at least your paper, go for it. But since you're here and you're ready, take a couple of deep breaths, get back into center. You can put your hand over your heart, one on your heart, one on your navel. And get back into that space and think about that person or that situation that you are ready to release a phase, a chapter, an experience, a lesson, anything that you no longer resonate with, that you're ready to release and move on. Take this time to write it. And you don't need to worry about it being pretty or if it makes sense. This is you writing down your feelings, expressions, your thoughts, anything that is relevant to you and your situation. And when you're done, you're going to take your note and you're going to fold it like so. You're going to fold it like that, and like that, and like that, and then you tuck it in. Am I going too fast for y'all? Sorry. Anyways, you make yourself a little envelope. And then you tuck it in. I'm just showing you how to fold it. Okay, so. But before you finish it, you put your herbs in here. And then once you have your herbs in here, then you fold it, and then you have your little guy. This is mine. I did this earlier because I love leading you guys. But I too need to do things when no one's looking. And then whenever you get done putting your herbs into your letter and you fold it, you can go outside and burn it. Always burn it in a fire safe area. And when you burn it, I want you to take yourself back to those breaths, to center yourself, and try to sink into where you were when you started writing the note. And when you burn it, I want you to imagine how things would be if different choices were made. And this is more for healing that timeline. This is giving you power to kind of, if we did not have that situation, I would be in this place right now. But since we were in this situation, I'm in this place. But I recognize if we did not, I would be in this place. So try and visualize as it's burning the other timeline where the pain didn't exist. And create a different narrative for how future events could play out. We're in the present moment, and there's the future and there's the past, but in order for the past to come up, we need to acknowledge it and heal it for it to become the present, so it can become the past. Because if it's still living in us every single day, it's still with us. So that's why I like doing the redirection, if you would. And if you have your stones, I like carrying my stones all day and holding them. You can put them in your pockets. You can sleep with them. You can put them in your socks, in your bra, wherever. To have it on your person. And whenever you are completely done, just come back and be kind to yourself and drink plenty of water. And if you are having a hard time still letting go of what you are trying to release, there's this prayer called the Ho'oponopono, and it's a beautiful prayer. It's a Hawaiian prayer. It is one of those things where, and it depends on how you want to look at life, but it takes two to tango. So you have to recognize how you showed up, sometimes continuing to show up regardless of the dynamics. I say it like this because sometimes, you say Ho'oponopono and it's like, I love you so-and-so, I forgive you so-and-so, please forgive me so-and-so, thank you so-and-so. And then it's like, well, why do I need to be forgiven? Well, some way you still did the dance. On a soul level, let's not talk ego. And with astrology, helps me kind of detach from certain emotions so I can move on. But always trust your path, always trust what's resonating with you, because your truth is very important, and honor it and follow it, just like I do mine, and you can't please everyone if you would. And that's the thing about Libra, right? It's finding the balance in relationships and how you show up and how you allow things to continue. So I hope that was very helpful for you. And may your Libra full moon be surprisingly blissful. And everything that you release, the void is replenished with unimaginable blessings that you couldn't fathom could be yours, but they are. So get excited. Thank you for being here. And if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want, you could make a comment. That does help my channel. I do trust in divine timing, so I really appreciate you being here, and I am grateful for you, and have a magical day. Goodbye.